to Robinson. The 3-1 pitch on the way. High fly ball. Left center field. Verona coming over in the gap. And he will make the catch to retire the side. A 2-pitch inning for Logan Williamson. Following up what Steve Janis did to start the frame. And we're halfway home for Peoples Bank Park just like that. It's 5-1. Barnstormers on top on 1350 WOYK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Now through June 30th, it's the York Mitsubishi Sizzling Summer Sports Utility Sales Event. The Outlander and Outlander Sport are the best priced SUVs in the market, starting at $17,495. Now available in 5 or 7 passenger. Financing as low as 0% for 72 months. With the best warranty in the business, 10-year or 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Only at York Mitsubishi. Celebrating 27 years in business just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Heading to the bottom of the 5th, 5-1, Lancaster on top. Rami Lewis will stay out there. Sometimes pitchers have a long wait in the dugout in between innings. He's been waiting 41 hours and 5 minutes, and he completes his warm-up tosses. We'll give you the Revs lineup top to bottom. Travis Witherspoon leads it off in center field. Alonzo Harris batting second and playing second. Isaias Tejeda at first base batting third. Michael Burgess DHing and batting cleanup. Angel Franco, the switch hitter, batting fifth, is at shortstop. Daron Verona in left field, batting sixth. Luis Cruz behind the plate, batting seventh. Ryan Dent at the hot corner, batting eighth. And Jared Mitchell rounds out the order. He's in right field and batting ninth. We'll pick up at the cleanup spot. Michael Burgess digging in. Rami Lewis has completed his warm-up tosses. He has thrown 67 pitches so far in this game, 35 for strikes. And now it's lefty against lefty with Michael Burgess coming to the plate. 5-1, Lancaster leads it here. Bottom of the 5th, Lewis ready and the first pitch on the way. It's a fastball on the outside edge, strike one. Burgess a fly out to right field in the first, a walk in the third. Second baseman Rico Noel shifted well over towards the hole on the right side. The 0-1 to Burgess, fouled in and out of the glove of De La Rosa. 0-2 the count. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Lancaster. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Revs. And with the count 0-2, Garrett Weber backs way up and off the line. Pitch on the way. Line drive left field, base hit. Michael Burgess, 2-strike approach, goes the opposite way and leads off the 5th with a single to left. So we'll have to go back and figure out that hitting streak, but we know the game after this one he did all right, seeing into the future.
Yeah, it's so weird, Matt. The game counts on the day that it started, so all the hitting streaks, you got to go back. And another interesting nugget, the umpires are at the bases that they started at on Friday night. None of that changes. Bizarre, but having fun with it here.
Angel Franco, the batter, switch hitter, batting right, and the pitch on the way. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes strike one. So we'll give you those umpires. David Shirk behind the plate, Brian DeBrouwer at first base, John Harrington at third. Rami Lewis leaning in for his sign. Burgess on at first. Lewis drops his hands to the belt. And the pitch on the way. Fastball, high fly ball, deep left field. Turning and looking is Halton, and that one is gone. Angel Franco, a 2-run shot. And right away, the Revs cut into this lead. Rami Lewis, a long time in between pitches. 41 hours, 5 minutes. A single and a bomb, and it's 5-3.
Well, the Revs get to hit the reset button as well, and they came out knowing what they needed to do. 4 innings to go, and I think they want this one pretty badly after Friday night. What a start. Franco continues to drive the ball gap to gap, and this time over the big wall, his 4th, second time he's gotten Rami.
Here's Verona. First pitch fastball is there for a strike. 4th home run, 19 now driven in for Franco. We certainly felt like this team played with an edge last night that could be carried over, and so far it has. The 0-1 breaking ball sails up and away. We'll set the defense for you for Lancaster. One change from Friday night's first game, as the 1-1 pitch comes first and Verona pops it up right field. That's the change. It's Lasting Millage back on it, and he's to the warning track to put it away for out number 1. So it's Sean Halton in left, Trayvon Robinson in center, Lasting Millage in right. Around the infield, third to first, Garrett Weber, Vladimir Frias, Rico Noel, and Casey Hobson, with Anderson De La Rosa behind the plate. 1 away, 2 runs in. Here's Luis Cruz. Cruz tomorrow, a 2-home run game. We're going to have fun with this. And the first pitch on the way. Down and in. He skips over home plate. Just missed his shoe tops. 1-0.
And that wasn't at him. That was a breaking ball there. No idea if they'll go at him or not at some point, but he did have a couple guys jawing at him tomorrow. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball up and away. It's 2-0. A 2-home run game for Cruz last night, game number 62. And he joins Alonzo Harris as the only 2 guys this year and both this week to hit 2 in a game. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball, line drive, base hit center field. The Revs come out firing at the plate. 2 singles and a home run in the inning. And there's already action brewing in the left field bullpen. It is Kevin Munson, the righty, up as Ryan Dent comes to the plate. Dent 1 for 2 in this game. Fly out to left and a double down the line and right. Cruz on it first, continuing his hot hitting. And the pitch on the way. Dent inside outs it foul over towards the Revs' first base side dugout, back into the second row. Oh, 0-1 to Ryan Dent. Rami Lewis now up to 79 pitches through 67 through his first 4 innings. Lewis the set. Dent up, and the pitch on the way. That one's high. It's 1-1. Luis Cruz, we told you he's been hot. Now 9 for his last 19 over this homestand. Couple home runs last night, 5 driven in over that span. And the 1-1 pitch to Dent, breaking ball, and it stays up high. It's 2-1. Polo down at third, Alexi Casilla coaching first. He's still day-to-day on our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Cruz on first. And the 2-1 pitch to Dent. That's up high, ball 3. Sorry, Matt. Another windy day, as you can hear here, too. Good day for the hitters. It's out.
Seems like the weather has gotten warmer and the wind has continued to blow out the last couple weeks, and think that has a lot to do with the number of home runs we've seen, both from Revs hitters and from opponents. 3-1 hitters count to Ryan Dent. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball, line drive down the left field line. That's down for a base hit. Cruz will have to stay put at second base as Halton gets it in quickly. Back-to-back singles for the Revs. 4 hits in the inning against Rami Lewis. And we'll see how much longer they give him. The tying run on base and the go-ahead run coming to the plate in Jared Mitchell.
They're on the walkie-talkie to the bullpen. They wanted to get Rami with a 4-run lead, a chance at a win. It's been a bit of a struggle for him this year. This inning has been a big struggle. Left-hand hitter at bat. This might be his last batter.
2 on, 1 away. Lefty against lefty, and the first pitch to Mitchell. Hit on the ground to the left side. Frias back. He'll get the lead runner at third. It was a force play, but Weber applies the tag anyway. So they kind of get Cruz twice. A fielder's choice, and now 2 outs. Runner still at first and second.
I have to think if Mitchell would have gotten a hit there, that would have been it for him, but now they'll probably try to get him that one more out. And on a bullpen day, here comes Ross Peoples, and Rami's looking at him like, why? Oh man, that is it. Drops the ball on the mound. So he doesn't like it. On a bullpen day, though, you're typically going to throw maybe 25 pitches at full strength. Obviously, they didn't want him out there terribly long, but that'll be it.
Rami giving the salute as he left the field.
To who? I missed it.
I don't know. I don't know if it was to the crowd, to his manager for taking him out, maybe to Polo. I don't know. It could. With him, you never really know.
Me for the rant
That's
later?
Quite possible. So Kevin Munson coming on. Oh my. Right-hander, 6'2", 215 from Edison, New Jersey. And he will inherit a difficult spot. 2 on, 2 out, 2 runs in. And the go-ahead run at the plate. Travis Witherspoon will be the batter. As soon as Munson gets loose, the outfielders meet in center field. Infielders, 3 of them together behind the mound. Garrett Welber, the third baseman, moseying around on the left side of the infield.
I think Lancaster badly wanted a chance to continue this from the other night with the lead, and given certain events, be careful what you wish for. Revs right back in it.
So Rami Lewis threw 67 pitches the other night. Finishes his game with 84, threw 46 for strikes. Leaves after 4 2/3, so each pitcher goes 4 2/3. By the way, the line on Steve Janis, he gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Walked 2, hit a batter, and struck out 1. For Lewis, 4 2/3, 9 hits, 3 runs all earned. That could change. 2 runners aboard his responsibility. 4 walks and 1 strikeout. So it'll be up to Kevin Munson here. Ryan Dent at second, Jared Mitchell at first, and Witherspoon the batter. Big hole straight up the middle, and the first pitch on the way, a breaking ball. It's in there, strike 1.
Enjoy the game.
Certainly can't imagine Munson thought he'd be pitching this early on in the game. With Lewis getting the nod, continuing the game, and all of a sudden, a few batters in, he's out there. Witherspoon grounds it foul up the line at third. Polo will pick it up with two hands and toss it into the seats. Munson last worked against Bridgeport on June 21st. 2/3 of an inning scoreless, struck out one. Oh, 0-2 the count. And the pitch to Witherspoon. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike three. So Munson comes in and gets a big strikeout to end the frame, but the Revs strike for two on 4 hits and a 2-run home run from Angel Franco. It's a 5-3 ball game heading to the 6th on 1350 WOYK.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK is your home for the golf majors. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Tune in throughout the day for live updates from the U.S. Open, the British Open, and the PGA Championship. Plus, live final round coverage of the PGA Championship and nightly episodes of the PGA Championship Tonight. Coverage of this year's golf majors brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOYK at the App Store.
Lancaster leads it. Each manager going with a different approach here in the resumption of a suspended game. Mark Mason turning to Logan Williamson. He got an out on the first batter he faced to end the top of the 5th. Ross Peoples sticking with Rami Lewis at least to start, and Lewis gave up 4 hits, including a 2-run home run to cut the deficit in half. Kevin Munson came on to get Travis Witherspoon for the final out of the 5th, and now here in the 6th, it'll be Anderson De La Rosa, Vladimir Frias, and Blake Galen against Williamson. De La Rosa up, the first pitch on the way. It's just off the outside edge, ball 1. They're going to have Logan go as long as he can. If he can finish out this game, the Revs would be happy with that. The 1-0 pitch on the way, line drive left side. Dent tried to pick it on a hop, and it's over his glove on the slide and into left field. Verona will pick it up. He'll get it back in. Alonzo Harris plays the hop on the infield. That made him spin around, but staying at first is De La Rosa, a leadoff single. Tough hop on Ryan Dent. Not an easy play by any means, but I think that hop came up a little higher than he expected as he went to the ground. Sharply hit ground ball from De La Rosa. Vladimir Frias up now. He's working on a 2-hit game. Single and a run scored in the 3rd, also a single in the 4th, and a stolen base before being left stranded. Williamson's pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Frias, a switch hitter, batting right against the lefty, Logan Williamson. Logan from the stretch looks at first and now comes home. Breaking ball, and it's fouled off at the plate. So 0-2 the count as Williamson gets ahead. It's his first time making a relief appearance this season. All starts for him so far. And last season, as he throws to first, back in easily is De La Rosa. 26 of Logan Williamson's 27 appearances a year ago were starts. So not all that accustomed to this role, but did have the usual preparation. Breaking ball hit on the ground to short, could be two. Franco flips to Harris for one. Return throw to first, double play. 6-4-3, the Revs turn it, and they erase the leadoff single by Anderson De La Rosa. Bases now empty with 2 men down. Taylor made for Angel Franco at shortstop. Harris able to take his time on the return throw. And now the lineup turns over, but the Revs now get to face Blake Galen with the bases empty. Lefty against lefty, Galen the designated hitter, and the pitch on the way. Just off the outside edge, ball 1. Galen a fly out to right in the first. He has since walked twice. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Change up, sails up and in. 2-0 the count. Williamson winds, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball outside corner for a strike. Good spot from Logan. And it's 2-1. Williamson on the year, a 1-5 record, a 6.42 ERA. Pitch on the way, and that's down in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. In 49 innings, he's allowed 64 hits, 37 runs, 35 earned, as he kicks and fires, and it's inside, ball 4. Galen walks for the 3rd time today, and it's a 2-out base runner for the Stormers. 27 walks, 19 strikeouts for Williamson. And once again, making his first appearance here in relief. But the preparation the same, got to come out on his own schedule, knew what time he was going. So from a mental standpoint, I don't think it changes a whole lot. Noel up now with Galen on at first. And a toss over, and he's back in safely. Logan started the game on June 21st against Southern Maryland. Gave up 6 runs, all earned in 2 innings. Came back out for the 3rd, another toss over, and again, Galen back in safely. And after the Revs had battled back to cut into that lead, Logan Williamson gave off a leadoff double to start the 3rd, and then was taken out of the game in favor of Jay Goss. The Revs eventually won it 15-9. Pitch on the way, fastball outside. So no decision there for Williamson, and because he only went the 2 innings, Mark Mason confident in turning to him here in the suspended game. 1-0 the count to Noel, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball inside, ball 2. Noel 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the first and stole a base. And then a pop out to Cruz behind the plate, a ground out to the shortstop Franco. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch on the way. That one's in there at the knees. It looked like Noel was taking all the way, at least until he had a strike. We mentioned the stolen base numbers for the Barnstormers. They have 4 in this game. The 2-1 from Williamson, line drive center field. Witherspoon in a few steps, waits and puts it away to retire the side. Those 4 steals gave the Barnstormers 100 on the year at the point that they were tallied. Of course, they've eclipsed that number from last night's game. A hit, a walk, and 1 man left in the top of the 6th. We head to the home half of the 6th, 5-3. The Barnstormers out in front on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day.
Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs trail it 5-3 here, bottom of the sixth. Alonzo Harris, Isaias Tejeda, and Michael Burgess due up for the Revs.
Alonzo Harris.
Kevin Munson stays on. He got Witherspoon swinging to end the fifth. And he's right back to work here in the sixth. Stranded 2 runners to end the frame. And here's Harris, first pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball over, strike one. Munson, a 1-2 record on the year, a 3.27 ERA, making his 26th appearance. He crouches over as he gets his sign, dangles the right hand, holding the baseball all the way to the rubber. And the 0-1 pitch on the way, fastball, high fly ball, straight away right. Millage now sprinting in. It's dying. Millage lays out, and he trapped it. Alonzo Harris with a single to right. I don't think Millage got a great read on it off the bat. Didn't really move initially, and then came charging in, but unable to get it on the fly. A leadoff single for Alonzo Harris and a 2-hit game.
Next up for the Revolution, your first baseman, number 16.
Munson coming into the game, 22 innings of work. 15 hits, 8 runs across, all earned, 14 walks to 31 strikeouts. A really good number on that front. Got Witherspoon swinging in the fifth. A leadoff single by Harris here in the sixth, and here comes Tejeda. First pitch on the way, fastball in tight. It's off the glove of De La Rosa. Harris will move up into scoring position, takes a turnaround second, as De La Rosa had to go all the way towards the third base side dugout. It'll go as a pass ball.
You're welcome.
So that'll give Tejeda a chance for an RBI. Of course, he represents the tying run. Tejeda a single up the middle in the first, a fly out to center in the third, and a fielder's choice ground out in the fourth. Time called now as Munson wants a new baseball. He'll toss the one he has aside and request a new one from home plate umpire David Shirk. Harris was dancing far off of second. Noel now comes to cover. Harris retreated, but now continues to inch his lead. Pitch on the way, fastball, line drive, left field. It's pretty deep. Back goes Halton at the warning track, and he makes the grab. Harris tags, and he's going to try for third. The ball beats him by a mile, and he's now tagged out. Harris a bit over-eager there. Did a nice job forcing the throw, but then kept on going, and Garrett Weber applied the tag, and he was beat by several steps.
Next up for the Revolution, your designated hitter, number 21, Michael Burgess.
So a fly-out double play off the bat of Tejeda, and that'll bring up Michael Burgess now with 2 down and the bases empty. Burgess led off the fifth with a single to left. It was an 0-2 pitch, and he just served it the opposite way. Burgess really locked in at the plate of late, and And the first pitch fastball outside, ball 1. Burgess really having lengthy at-bats, working the count, fouling off pitches, and hitting the pitch he wants. 9 for 21 on the homestand. A couple of doubles, couple home runs. And the pitch on the way, big swing and a miss. Belt high fastball, and he swung over the top. 1 ball and 1 strike. Burgess now will face a righty in Kevin Munson for the first time today. And the 1-1 pitch, fastball, inside-out swing, and he lofts it foul, third base side. Wind blowing out towards right field here on a partly cloudy day, but a pleasant one, Sunday afternoon here at the bank. One and 2 as Munson leans over and gets his sign. He's ready, and the pitch on the way. And that one's in the dirt. Burgess watches it low, and the count now 2-2. Burgess, in last night's ball game, 3 for 3. An opposite field home run, a scorching double to the deepest part of the ballpark, and he also walked twice. On base in every plate appearance. First batter for the Revs this year to have 3 extra base hits in a game. And the pitch on the way, line drive down the line and right, that's fair, it's a base hit, and it's gonna get down and into the corner. Going to retrieve it is the right fielder, Lastings Millage. He'll fire it in on a hop to his cutoff man Noel at second. A stand-up double for Michael Burgess and a 2-hit game. Last time Burgess served it the other way. This time he gets around on the inside fastball and yanks it down the right field line. And that's his 3rd double and 5th extra base hit on the homestand. Here's Angel Franco, a double and a home run in this one. Will turn around and bat from the left side, and the first pitch, a breaking ball, it's in there. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count. Franco a slightly open stance. And the pitch on the way, another breaking ball, and it comes back over the outside edge. A good pitch there from Munson as he gets ahead 0-2. Scott Schumann, the righty, headed down to the left field bullpen for the Barnstormers. As Munson works to Angel Franco. Burgess on second, 2 away. And the pitch to Franco. Another breaking ball right there, strike 3. Slider, 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 and Franco frozen. And despite giving up 2 hits in the inning, Kevin Munson gets out of it. 1 man left after 6. We head to the 7th. Revs trail by 2. Daryl Henry with the play-by-play when we come back on 1350 WOYK.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
The York Jewish Community Center, where everyone is welcome. Voted Best of York, #1 Health Club, #1 Child Daycare Center, and #3 in the Kids Activities category for 2017. Bring in your Revs ticket in June and receive 1 month free. Check us out online at yorkjcc.org.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa. Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Well, the Revs didn't score in that inning, but you have to like the continuation of what they've done at the plate here recently. Another hard hit ball from Burgess, pretty hard hit ball from Tejeda. And still down 5-3 as we go to the 7th, but right there in it. Logan Williamson will stay in. Revs do have bullpen activity.
Down 2.
What'd I say?
3.
Really? I thought
think.
I said down 5-3.
Oh, maybe I missed the 5.
I'm not sure. Here's Millage to lead off. And Williamson's first pitch of the inning is down low. And Millage's first at bat in this game, Caleb Gindel, last night in the next game, had to leave with some hamstring soreness. Here's the 1-0. And a chop to short, and Franco got the glove down on the big hop. Throws to first, 1 down. On a big chopper to short. Franco coming in, backhanded it before the short hop above the dirt.
Well, nice play there, circling it by Franco and coming in to get the big hop. If he backed up, it would have been an in-between hop, probably right into his chest, and so he knew that by charging it, he would either get the big hop on the ground or the short hop right off of it, and he did get the big hop right before it hit the ground for a second time.
Now here's Casey Hobson. He swings first pitch and fouls it back over the roof. Revs with Houghton Buchanan up in the bullpen. Lancaster with Scott Schumann up in theirs. All up in there. Williamson with the 0-1, and a swing and a high pop-up. Cruz off with the mask to the right of the plate. Still going, and he's got it. Over onto the warning track. He had to keep going with it, but with the glove turned upward in front of his body, he makes the play. Smooth. 2 down.
Once again, the wind playing a factor. We've seen a lot of tough plays for outfielders in the last few games. That time for the catcher Cruz, and there was one. Was it in the beginning of this game? Was that the day it was where it was out of play and blew back in?
I think. Here's Sean Halton, and he swings, grounds it to short. Franco picks it to his left, spins, has time, and throws him out at first. Angel Franco to his left this time. 2 plays in the inning. This one hit sharply, but Williamson goes 1-2-3. 7th inning stretch here at Peoples Bank Park, the earliest we've ever had it on a Sunday afternoon. Revs trying to come back down 5-3.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips, or serve up a couple BestJet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Conor McGregor tweeted that he's back in for UFC 200. Hasn't been confirmed, but I told you this last week. I still felt like A, he's not retiring, and B, he'd be back in UFC 200. Now, is there a chance Conor McGregor knew what he was doing from the outset here? He had given UFC 200 all of this publicity, millions of dollars of publicity. Is there a chance Dana White knew what Conor McGregor was doing? Is there a chance that Dana White, being the businessman running UFC, would be in on this with Conor McGregor from the get-go? Now, before you say no, look at all the publicity generated. And if you knew the end game was still going to be Conor McGregor was still going to fight, would you have gone through this? And you can't say, boy, that's so far-fetched. There's so much money attached to this. I never say never when it comes to this stuff.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Break out some IDs.
That's just good radio.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
5-3. Revs are within 2. They were down 5-1 when this game resumed. Scott Schumann is on for Lancaster. On a pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. A lot of big arms from the right side and from the left, but in that Lancaster bullpen, Schumann has been good. He's 1-0 with a 1.52 ERA in 24 outings. 34 strikeouts in 23 2/3 innings. And he's held opponents to a 2.05 clip. Tyrone Verona will lead it off. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Tomorrow he'll be 1 for 3 with a double. And Schumann will go from the stretch. His first pitch of the afternoon is down low. Verona, Cruz, and Dent here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Lancaster, 3, 11, and 1 for York. 1-0, and he watches it over for a strike, seeing one from Schumann. He throws 93 on that pitch. Schumann just 1 run in his last 13 1/3 innings. 1-1, swing and a miss. Got Verona to chase, down and away. He has struck out at least 1 in 22 consecutive outings. Now ready. And the pitch missed down and away. Verona lays off. Schumann with Bridgeport for parts of the last 2 years and then acquired by Long Island late last season. Coming into the year is Atlantic League ERA 2.76 in 2 years. Pitch is grounded to shortstop. Frias to his left, gets there, takes his time, throw on to first, got him. And 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Curtis Parch against Brad Bergeson in the regular game. About a half hour after the first game ends. 7 innings will play. There's Luis Cruz, who's 1 for 2 with a walk. Getting warmed up for his 2 home run game in the next contest. Schumann, 6'3" righty, he's set and delivers. First one is up high. Schumann, a 19th round pick of Tampa Bay back in 09, 29-year-old righty. Made it as high as AA Montgomery. Fires, and a swing and a miss. Fastball. Kept that one down at 94. He also played at AA in the Braves system in Richmond. Now ready with it. And the 1-1. Fastball a little bit high. Good eye from Cruz. Big reason for Schumann's success this year. Only 7 walks in 24 appearances. He came into this season averaging over 7.5 walks per 9 innings, but striking out over 13.5 per 9. The strikeouts are still up, but the walks are down. He'll take a moment kicking at the dirt by the rubber. 2 balls and a strike to Cruz. Brilliant sunny afternoon. Temperatures in the 80s here. The humidity is down. There's the 2-1. Swinging a line drive toward right center. Millage on the run, and oh, he drops the ball! And it rolls to the base of the fence and cruises into second, standing. Another misplay in right. Millage had a good jump, and at full stride, he reached up, readying to catch it, and it bounced right off his glove. At the moment, they're going to give Cruz a double, given how far Millage had to go. Here's Ryan Dent, who's 2 for 3 with a double. Revs down 5-3. trying to get a little bit closer. Missed opportunity last inning to potentially make it a one-run game. Here's the first pitch, and it misses down and away. Double?
I believe so, yes. Tough to tell if two-man double or two-base error.
There's a slider. It's a called strike. 1-1. So the 12th hit for the Revs in this game. They've stranded 11 runners. That problem reappearing in this game. It's the 1-1 swing, and he fights it off foul upstairs. Fastball at 95 off the handle. Overall, though, even though there are 3 runs in this game with a bunch left on, the offense just continuing to put on pressure. Pitch, and a slider down low. Dent recognized it and laid off. Not succumbing to the quick innings that opponents had enjoyed earlier in the season. Cruz at second with 1 out. Schumann set at the letters. The 2-2. Swing and a foul back to the net. Dan able to foul off that high, hard one. Schumann from Valdosta, Georgia, now lives in Auburn, Alabama, which is where Brad Bergeson lives as well. Bergeson originally from California. Look back, and another 2-2. Swing and a foul off to the right side and out of play.
Well, Schumann really slingshots it in his delivery. Kind of leaves that arm back and then fires it over the top, almost like one of those tennis ball toys for dogs. You know what I'm talking about? Where you kind of flick it over. And I think it makes it tough to pick up and adds to his velocity.
Do those have to only be for dogs?
Well, how do you retrieve with those?
I don't know. Here's the 2-2 again, and a missed up high. So Dent works at full. Schumann, who pitched at Auburn, is a kinesiology major. Jared Mitchell waiting on deck. There's the stretch, the 3-2. And a swing and a chopper up the middle, and it's going to get through into center. Cruz around third. He will score. This is a one-run game. 5-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Dent with a 3-hit game. He drives in a run on the single up the middle.
And a good at bat by Dent. Fouled up off a couple pitches and just not trying to do too much. Short to the baseball, chopped it back up the middle, and as we've talked about all series, these middle infielders really play away from second base. And the ball wasn't hit all that sharply, but it found a way through.
It almost looked like Schumann was looking in toward the dugout, like where was the defense there? But you're right, they do play away from the middle consistently. Here's Jared Mitchell now, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Dent the tying run on. He's going to run. Great jump. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second. Oh, he's still thrown out. Man. Anderson De La Rosa with a laser. Frias slaps on the tag. And Dent had about as good of a jump as you could have, and De La Rosa still got him.
Well, a great jump, but also a really good pitch to throw on for De La Rosa. He got a fastball. Schumann is pretty quick to the plate. And that one hit De La Rosa exactly where he was set up, middle away, and he got off a very good throw. The transfer was quick as well.
He's now gotten more than a third of his attempted base stealers against him this year. 0-1 on Mitchell, who will smooth out the dirt in the batter's box here for a moment. The Revs 2 outs on the bases in the last 2 innings, but within 1 again, the 0-1, and Mitchell shows bunt. Schumann missed down low. Now 13 hits after that Dent single. There's the stretch. Schumann, the 1-1. And Mitchell tries to bunt his way on. Good one on the first base line. De La Rosa, great play. Coming out, running up the line, a bare hand pickup, and on the run. Fired a strike to Hobson at first, got him by a step. Revs get a run closer. 1 run, 2 hits, nobody left. Now we go to the 8th. It's Lancaster 5, York 4.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
What a game. The home runs, great pitching, even that foul ball over our heads.
I know, it was so close. I almost caught it. Maybe next time, Gus.
Well, what about catching this?
Pay me. The new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $100,000.
That's more like a grand slam. Keep on scratching.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Eighth inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. The Revs triplet 5-4. Logan Williamson's given him 2 1/3 thus far. He'll face Garrett Weber leading off and misses outside. It'll be Weber, Robinson, and De La Rosa 6, 7, and 8. Weber the last man that he's yet to face. And the 1-0, that missed down and in. Upset with himself, falling behind 2-0. Weber a strikeout, 2 groundouts to third in this game. That was all against Janus Friday night. The 2-0, and he swings, fouls it back over the roof. The Revs 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th to pull within 1. Pitch, and it missed outside. 3 balls and a strike. Revs do have bullpen activity starting again. Williamson with the pitch. And a swing and a foul tip into the mid. Weber unable to connect. It's 3-2. Williamson trying to come back to get him. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a rip at third off the glove of Dent. Trying to backhand it against the line. It ricochets into left. Verona over to play it. Fires in. And they'll hold him to 1 base. He ripped it down the line, and Dent near the line defending. Went to a knee, trying to make a backhand pick, and it just skipped off. Good job by Verona, though, to hold him to 1 base.
Dent had a couple of hot shots in this one. One to his forehand side, that one to his backhand side. Of course, neither one you can fault him for not making the play, but he's been so good of late. You almost feel that balls in his direction are just automatic outs, but good effort on both, going to the ground on both, just unable to make the tough picks.
And here's Trayvon Robinson bunting. Williamson in. He'll turn, makes the throw to first. The sacrifice is good. Slightly over toward the first base line. Williamson comes straight in and makes the play. 1-3 on the out. And an insurance run. Weber to second with one down. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. And here comes Mace. Right hand hitting Anderson De La Rosa up, who faced Williamson back in the 6th inning and singled off of him. See if they bring in a righty, and they will. Looks like Buchanan coming in, trying to keep this a one-run game and match up a little bit here in the late innings. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Williamson tips his cap. He gets a standing O by the folks near the Revs dugout as he heads off. And a handshake from Fletch. Buchanan is in. When we come back, Revs down 5-4 here in the top of the 8th.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com. Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Houghton Buchanan comes on. He'll face Anderson De La Rosa with an insurance run at second, one out. And Houghton's first pitch, breaking ball and a little high perhaps. Weber at second, he singled. Robinson sacrificed him to second with one out. 5-4 Lancaster here in the top of the 8th. Buchanan peeks back. Again, fires. And missed up and in with a fastball. De La Rosa 1 for 3. The hit was off Logan. So other than Robinson, who bunted, it's the first hitter that Logan would have faced a second time. And right-hand batter up. They go to Houghton here. There's the stretch. And the 2-0. Fastball. It's a called strike. There was certainly a chance, depending on how it played out, that Logan would have gone the rest of this game. And the pitch, and a soft liner to short. Franco right there. Thought about flipping to second, but Weber back to the bag. So he jammed De La Rosa. Buchanan gets that out on the humpback liner to short, 2 away. Now that the Revs have made it a one-run game, though, they will use as many relievers as they feel necessary to match up and keep it close. Only a 7-inning game to follow. Here's Vladimir Frias, who's 2 for 3. Those hits were Friday night. Buchanan ready. First pitch, fastball. It's a called strike. Buchanan 2-2 with a 2.49 ERA, 22 outings. Has a sign from Cruz. And the pitch. Swing, and he fouls it off the bat handle down the third base side. 0-2. Slider got in on him. Lancaster, another hard-throwing righty, Cody Hall up in their bullpen. Buchanan the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, doesn't get the call. Tried to snap it back door. 1-2. Trying to keep this a one-run game for his offense facing the back end of Lancaster's bullpen, and now Frias will back out. Williamson got Frias to hit into a double play in the 6th earlier in today's portion of the game. Buchanan to the belt, check second, and the 1-2. Fastball down and away. 5-4 Lancaster here in the 8th. Frias from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Buchanan the 2-2. Swing, and he skids a foul down the first base side. Breaking ball that he pulls. Frias had gone to school in the U.S. at Tennessee Wesleyan. He was Conference Player of the Year in college. The Giants then able to draft him 30th round in 08. Now 30 years old. Another 2-2. And a foul tip to the net. He'll make Buchanan do it again. He's played in the American Association with the Kansas City T-Bones the last 3 years. Frontier League for 1 year before that, or 2 years before that, and Giants, Red Sox, and Cubs systems coming up, making it to AAA for 1 game. A little bit more time at AA. Buchanan fires and missed low, 3-2. Blake Galen waiting on deck. Frias, who's played both corner outfield spots, as well as second, third, and short in his pro career. He's played mostly short for Lancaster. Buchanan checks, and the payoff pitch, down and in. He lost him to the walk. Now Frias scratches his way on base, and now got to face Galen with 2 men on. Galen in this game 0 for 1 with 3 walks and a run. And obviously one of the top hitters in the league for many years. Fletch will come out and pay a visit. And we'll pause for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
While Fletch visits, we'll take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Somerset out to a 7-1 lead, hosting New Britain in the bottom of the 3rd.
We should really start with the late inning heroics last night down in Southern Maryland, though.
Yeah. Well, they're just underway in the 1st today, but last night, Southern Maryland, a walk-off 2-run homer from Devin Rodriguez in the bottom of the 11th, giving them a 3.5 game lead. Pitch to Galen is a breaking ball down low. But that was a tough one for Bridgeport and for Lancaster folks rooting for Bridgeport. Bluefish took a lead in the top of the 11th, couldn't hold it. Rodriguez, the 400 man, walked him off. Here's a swing and a pop-up foul coming back toward the roof. Ooh. landed quite short of the roof, just over to our left. 1-1. Buchanan ready to go. The stretch. And the 1-1. Breaking ball called strike. He jumps ahead. Good sharp slider. How many outs in the bottom of the 11th last night?
That I don't know. But I know they were down in the 11th. I know that they had a chance to win it in regulation. They had runners aboard.
Here's a slider inside, made Galen move his feet. 2-2.
And I think Zach Wilson struck out either with 2 on or with the bases loaded. It went to extras, and I know that was a game being watched closely by many people who were here last night.
And big game. 2-2. Oh, outside, and Cruz missed it as it sails to the backstop, moving up both runners. And he reached for it and didn't get any glove on it. I don't know if it was a cross-up or if he just didn't see it. Looks like he and Houghton will talk it over. So now second and third for Galen. A full count. On deck is Rico Noel, and the base open. The Revs can be careful with Galen. Will go down as a wild pitch. Buchanan set. And the payoff pitch. Breaking ball popped him up. Dent coming in from third toward foul territory. He's got it. A few steps in front of the bag at third, and the inning is over. Buchanan works out of trouble. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left in scoring possession. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs still within 1. It's 5-4.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Dream big for less with a first mortgage or home equity loan from First Capital Federal Credit Union. Our competitive rates and terms make it so easy to purchase a new home or refinance your existing home. Either way, we've got you covered. Plus, our home equity loans with rates as low as 3.99% APR for 120 months give you the spending power you need for remodeling, education, you name it. For more information, visit us online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Lancaster goes to righty Cody Hall. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. The Revs got a run off of him in the 8th inning last night. 4 hits against him. Travis Witherspoon will lead things off. Hall is 2-3 with a .485 ERA in 26 outings. 4 saves early in the year before Anthony Carter took over as closer. And in 26 innings, 4 walks, 46 strikeouts. Top of the order. And the first pitch to Witherspoon. He shows bunt, and it misses down and away with Weber at third, who was walking in and then running in. Oh, my. There's a bug on Matt's side of the table. Hall ready with it. Here's the 1-0, and that missed up high. Revs have outscored Lancaster 12-1 since the middle of the first inning last night. Trying to no, don't put him on my side of the table. Let's send him out. Here's the 2-0, and a fastball over for a strike. Is that a stink bug, or?
I don't know what it is. It flew in, it was going for my head, and then I didn't know where it went, and all of a sudden it fell off the ceiling.
Witherspoon 0 for 3 with a walk. And there goes our friend flying away. Hall the pitch, swinging a fly ball, right center field and deep. Millage back, gone! Game tied! Travis Witherspoon to the opposite field, onto the Appel lawn in right center, and the Revs have come all the way back. It's a 5-5 game here in the bottom of the 8th. What a comeback! We picked it up in the 5th, and it's been all Revs, and they've tied it up. Witherspoon with his 4th of the year.
And none bigger than that one.
We will start over here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Alonzo Harris now. First pitch is outside. What a start to the afternoon. All Revs since the resumption. Now Hall set. Here's the 1-0, and Harris takes low. Tied at 5, Lancaster has lefty Dan Moscas up in the bullpen. The Revs with Ricardo Gomez loosening. Harris 2 for 4 in this game with a homer. Now the 2-0 pitch, and a fastball missed up around the letters. 3 balls, no strikes. And if he gets on, obviously, elite speed representing the go-ahead run. Now Hall ready. Here's the 3-0, and right down the middle for a strike. 7th home run that Hall's given up. The Revs with their 3rd in this game. They're gonna hit 4 tomorrow. Amazing. Here's the 3-1. Fastball in there for strike 2. Including last night's game, they've now hit 20 home runs in their last 15 games. Hall ready. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He came all the way back to get him. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, part of that home run equation has to be the warm weather and the wind, but the other part of it is how much better these at-bats have been. Working the counts, Witherspoon, another opposite field home run. That's been a big thing. Burgess has done that. Tejeda's done that successfully. And when the Revs have used the whole field, they've been very, very good.
Here is Isaias, who's 1 for 4 in this one. Tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. Hall from the set position delivers. Swing and a miss. Tejeda letting it rip on a ball that looked low. 0-1 the count. The Revs' last suspended game was 2 years ago at Southern Maryland. August 20th, 2015. It was 1-1 at the end of 5. The 0-1, and that skipped up there. They finished it September 11th of 2015, the Revs would win it 6-3. Telvin Nash had a home run that took about 3 weeks until it showed up on the stat sheet. The only other regular season suspended game was June 3rd of 2008, also against Southern Maryland at home. That was suspended in the 6th. Finished it the next day. Revs would lose that one 5-3. There's the 1-1. Swing and a little nubber foul to the right of the plate. And then, of course, we had one suspended in Lancaster in the 2012 Division Series, and the rule's different in the postseason that you would suspend it no matter what, and they did that at the end of 4, and the Revs would lose 8-4. Lancaster swept them that year. Hall nods yes, he's ready. And the 1-2. Ooh, way up high, fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the chase, a high fastball at 94. Tejeda has been aggressive in these late game situations, and relievers have gotten him to chase low a couple of times high this time. Here comes Ross Peoples. They will go to the lefty Daniel Moskos to face the lefty Michael Burgess. So a pitching change here in the bottom of the 8th. And Burgess facing Moskos when we come back. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Witherspoon's home run has tied it 5-5 when we come back.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
The York Jewish Community Center, where everyone is welcome. Voted Best of York, #1 Health Club, #1 Child Daycare Center, and #3 in the Kids Activities category for 2017. Bring in your Revs ticket in June and receive 1 month free. Check us out online at yorkjcc.org.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Ross Peoples bringing Daniel Moskos in to face Michael Burgess. Revs have tied it 5-5 on Witherspoon's home run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Moskos 3-0 with a .281 ERA in 24 outings. Opponents hitting .213, but lefties hitting better than righties off of him. Lefties .280, righties .173. First pitch is inside on Burgess, who in this game is 2 for 3, a double, single, run, a walk. And today, he was the first Revs batter in the bottom of the 5th, singled, and then Franco homered, starting this comeback. A 1-0, it's up and in, fastball missed. If he gets on, Franco is next. Burgess climbs back in there. Moskos, the former Pirate, delivers. Swing and a high fly in left. Halton right in his tracks. Now drifts backward. He'll have room right in front of the warning track. Makes the catch, and Burgess just got under it. So if the Revs will do it in the suspended game, they will have to notch their first walk-off of the year. We'll go to the 9th, tied up. Ricardo Gomez coming in. It's 5-5.
Now through June 30th, it's the York Mitsubishi Sizzling Summer Sports Utility Sales Event. The Outlander and Outlander Sport are the best price SUVs in the market, starting at $17,495. Now available in 5 or 7 passenger. Financing as low as 0% for 72 months. With the best warranty in the business, 10-year or 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Only at York Mitsubishi. Celebrating 27 years in business just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Ricardo Gomez on here as we head to the 9th. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. His last outing Thursday, tagged with the loss when Zach Wilson went yard, broke a tie in the 8th inning. But Gomez only a run allowed, or I should say, just 1 run allowed in 2 of his outings, and then the one where he allowed 4 against Lancaster a couple of weeks ago. The others have been scoreless. And Rico Noel will lead things off. Apparently they want a new ball. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Noel, Millage, Hobson here in the top of the 9th for Lancaster, tied at 5. Great crowd here on a Sunday. And pitch from Gomez, a swing and a high pop-up. Dent at third, over toward the track, and he's got room on the grass, backing up, makes the catch, backpedaling toward the coach's box as the wind brought it backward a couple of steps. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 9th.
Once again, a fielder having to battle the wind. I think in terms of where that was at one point in the air, it might have been out of the field of play, but like you said, it was brought back, and Dent doing a nice job to stay with it, backpedaling to the end.
Here's Lastings Millage, who in this game 0 for 1 with a ground out. He's back in the 7th. Gomez the pitch, slider down and away. He came in for Caleb Gindel, who left last night's game with some hamstring soreness or tightness. Gomez with the 1-0. Fastball and a called strike on the outside corner. Millage, a 9-game hitting streak coming into this game. It'll end in the next game at least, but 9 still could be extended. Pitch is a slider, just missed. Down and away, 2-1. Gotta face Hobson next, who accounted for 4 of the runs Gomez has given up a couple weeks ago, a grand slam. There's the 2-1, and a line drive caught by Ricardo. Millage didn't scald it. Gomez had a little time to read it and react, And sometimes on a ball like that, you can flinch and miss it, but he had his glove right there and squeezed the jam shot liner. 2 down here in the top of the 9th. And now a rematch with K.C. Hobson, who hit a grand slam off of him 15 days ago here at Peoples Bank Park. And Gomez, they set up away. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball up at 93 and right by him. Alonzo Harris is playing shallow right. The outfield as deep as can be and playing him way to pull the pitch. It's a fastball just off the corner away at 94. Lancaster with Keoe Downing up in their bullpen. Gomez looks in, he's ready. The 1-1, swing, and he taps a foul at the plate. Another fastball there. They've set up away on him the entire at-bat thus far. 1-2. Hobson in this one 0 for 3 with a sac fly in the 3rd inning on Friday night. 5-5 here in the top of the 9th. Gomez ready. And the 1-2 pitch missed way outside, 2-2. The left side of the infield not overshifting, but Harris playing where you see some big league second basemen play on overshifts. Out in shallow right, pitch, slider down low. Hobson started to move but kept the bat back. Appealing to third, no swing. It'll be a full count.
I like what Cruz has done on a couple of these sliders in this inning. He wants him at the bottom of the zone, and he stretches one leg all the way out extended, almost sits on the ground to give Gomez that really low angle, or that really low target, I should say, to throw to.
Now Ricardo ready. The pause, the payoff pitch, swing and a pop foul and out of play left side. That time he held his leg lift, trying to mess with Hobson's timing. First time that he's done that this inning. Sean Halton next if Hobson reaches. And Gomez again. Pauses, fires, swing and a miss! He struck him out! A 3-2 backdoor slider and a 1-2-3 top of the 9th for Ricardo Gomez, who wins the rematch. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Lancaster and York tied 5-5.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 9th, we're tied at 5. Revs looking for their first walk-off of the year. Daniel Mosco stays in, got the final out of the 8th. And Angel Franco will lead it off. 2 for 4, double, 2-run homer. First pitch is down and away. His home run in the bottom of the 5th inning started the Revs' comeback. It was 5-1 in the 5th when we resumed. 5-5 now in the 9th. The pitch, it's down and away. And he'll have a hitter's count to 0 in on here. Franco, Verona, and Cruz coming up. Revs' last walk-off win, August 23rd of last year. There's the stretch, the 2-0, and a fastball over for a strike. That was a Brian Pounds pinch hit single against Sugar Land last season, an 8-7 win. Moskos, the 2-1, and a swing and a fly ball. Hit well down the line and right, but foul into the bullpen balcony. And maybe onto somebody's plate of crabs, our crab feast out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moskos comes set. The 2-2. Swing and a line drive, hit toward the big wall in left. It is off the boards. Over toward left center, and Franco's got a stand-up double. Leading off the bottom of the 9th. He hit it off the top right quadrant to the right of the newspaper and missed a home run by pulling it just a smidge. But the winning run is at second base with nobody out, his 3rd extra base hit of the game.
He's certainly on fire, and as you said, off the top right part of that wall, and as awesome as it is that he just let off the inning with a double, he just missed winning it.
Oh. Here's Verona. The corners will come in, and we might see what kind of bunter he is. He's 1 for 4 in the game. Moskos the pitch. He's not bunting. It misses high and away with both corners in. 1 ball, no strikes, and now De La Rosa will head out and talk with his pitcher. Maybe gave him something he wasn't expecting there with a runner at second.
Well, Polo and Verona are going to talk it over while the meeting on the mound happens, and I was a bit surprised he wasn't bunting at the first one. Certainly a good hitter, but all you need really are 2 productive outs.
Well, the winning run at second. Moskos stretches. The 1-0 up high with again the corners racing in. Revs have Brad Allen getting loose if it goes extras. A hitter's count for Dyrone. Luis Cruz on deck behind him. Moskos the stretch. And the 2-0 swing and a miss on a fastball up. I'm not sure if it would have been a strike. Dave Shirk has not called the high strike. 2-1. Verona an open stance. Hands held low in front of the right armpit as he wiggles the bat. The 2-1, swinging a chop over third, it's into left for a hit. And Franco up to third, the winning run 90 feet away. First and third with nobody out. Weber was in case of a bunt, and Verona chopped it way over his head. And Frias dove from short, trying to keep it in the infield. It gets on through. And the winning run at third, Verona on as well. Luis Cruz coming up, and Ross Peoples coming out. They have a right-hander getting ready. It was Downing last inning, and they're probably going to him. The Revs trying to come all the way back and win it here in the suspended game. And they have it all set up with no outs.
They certainly do. And what's really interesting about that play is Verona, on the first few pitches of the at-bat, not showing bunt, but the Barnstormers still believed he was bunting. And if not for that belief, he would have been out, and likely Franco would have had to stay at second.
And I wonder if they would have backed up if he would have dropped it down in that case.
Always a cat and mouse game from that perspective, but it worked out for the Revs.
So in that sense, I guess he sort of held the cards there, but Revs have it set up and downing the new pitcher. Right now, he and De La Rosa having a lengthy chat. They're still talking. Yet to throw a warm-up. Good night. How long are they going to let them meet?
Ask James Frisbee.
Right? Where's Frizz when you need him? Downing 2-0, a 3.91 ERA in 22 outings. 25 and a third innings, 20 hits, 18 walks, 25 strikeouts. The Revs in 3 appearances against him have scored 1 run on 2 hits and 2 1/3. They've seen him 3 times. We still have another one to play, a 7-inning game. Revs trying to come back from down 5-1 to win the 3rd regular season suspended game in team history. Their biggest comeback win was down 5 against Southern Maryland earlier in the week. They were down 6-1, won at 15-9.
Well, we talked about what the momentum from last night could bring to this game. Brian, our official scorer, just held up a stat. The Revs in this portion of the game today are out hitting Lancaster 11-2.
Wow.
And last night really, I mean, May said it was one of, if not the best game they've played all year, and certainly they had a bit of fire under them last night, more of an edge than we've seen in games past, and really starting to play with a lot of confidence.
So Luis Cruz, who spearheaded the attack last night, will try to win it today. He's 2 for 3, a double, a run, a walk. His average is up to 317.
And they're going to play with 5 infielders here. They're going to go 2 outfielders and 5 infielders, 1 right behind the pitcher's mound, try to gun down that run at the plate.
So Halton in from left to third, Frias short. Weber, the third baseman, plays by second. Noel at second, Hobson at first. First and third, downing the pitch, and it's a called strike. Down and in, bit of a delayed call, 0-1. 94 mph. Franco the winning run at third. Verona on at first, the base hit that moved Franco to third. He had led off with a double. Now Downing ready. And the 0-1. Fastball, strike 2. Another one down and in. Cruz will turn and question Dave Shirk on that. Behind in the count, 2 strikes now.
Well, tough to argue with the consistency. Both of those pitches in the same spot, but both look to be down and in.
It's like a seagull out over center field. Now Cruz will ask for time and back out. Ryan Dent on deck. Five infielders in, 2 in the outfield. Here's the stretch. 0-2. Swing, and he fouls it. Back to the net. Cruz protects on 95 and hangs in there.
And Casey Hobson is holding the runner to Verona at first base. I can't really explain why you would do that. His run means nothing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Downing ready again. Another 0-2. And a swing and a fly ball down the line in right field. Is it going to be fair? It is just foul down into the corner. Millage had no chance to get there, playing right center, and it missed, winning the game by inches. Down in the corner and right. Brian DeBrouwer watching it down the line from first. De La Rosa and Downing meet. It remains 0-2 on Cruz, and we're not done yet. They played the Happy Gilmore clip where Happy is trying to blow the golf ball into the hole. It was that close. And now a step off, Cruz a step out.
Well, it's interesting, now with 2 strikes, they've moved the outfielders the opposite way.
Here's another 0-2, and a swing and a high fly toward the line in right. Millage has to go back on it. Deep into the corner, Franco tags, Millage drops it anyway, and this game is over. The Revs have won it, and the wait was worth it. 43 hours later, they beat the Barnstormers 6-5. In the bottom of the 9th inning, their first walk-off win of the season. And they've taken the first 2 here in this series. Luis Cruz, who had the huge night last night, is the hero here in the bottom of the 9th today. It'll be, I believe, an error on Millage for dropping it. He was there on the track in right. It'll be a sac fly error, and Cruz gets the RBI to win it. Millage knew the game was over. There was no chance on a play from that deep, and he just let it go to the ground. Now the Revs win it 6-5. 5 unanswered, coming back from down 5-1 when play was suspended Friday night. And they have their first walk-off win of the season, rallying in the 5th, in the 7th, Witherspoon's homer tying it in the 8th. And the Barnstormers never did record an out in the 9th. What a win.
Certainly was. They've been battling back hard the last few weeks. Several times coming up just short, but man, this is a big win. After all the controversies surrounding the suspended game, to come back here and decide it in this fashion. And now they get to go for the sweep.
Wow, what a start to the day. It's Weirdo Day here at Peoples Bank Park. We don't do this too often, a 1.5 header, but the Revs have won it in exhilarating fashion in Game 1, coming back for their first walk-off win of the year. They make this strange set of circumstances a memorable one, and win it 6-5. Luis Cruz, the walk-off ribby. The Revs improved to 6-3 in this year's War of the Roses, and indeed will go for the series sweep coming up in about half an hour. And the wait was worth it. Revs improved to 24-38. They've won 3 of the last 4, and Lancaster falls to 32-29. And Southern Maryland now up a full 4 games on them in the first half standings. Final score, the Revs 6, the Barnstormers 5. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics.